Hola y bienvenidos a la Deuces Wild Daily Hustle. Soy Enrique Byrnes y presidente es el mejor cerveza. No abate por No Filter Network. Miguelito San Dieguito, not with us today. But stay up to date with Miguelito on No Filter Network and his Mind Bender podcast, which is fantastic. Will the Thrill Clark not with us today. He will be back with us next Tuesday. But regardless, as you guys know, we like to come on here each and every single morning. We come on here and not only properly salute our boys, but each and every one of you. Yes, 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 yes. Woo! Remember this, folks. When we are juiceful, we are useful. And when we are juiceless, we are fucking useless. A very pleasant good morning to you on this, the 19th day of September, 2025. Today's Daily Hustle that I just sent out via social media, via the Daily Hustle email. The title, The Molehill. Daily Hustle quote of the day. When you wake up, think about winning the day. Don't worry about a week or a month from now. If you are worried about a mountain in the distance, you might trip over the molehill right in front of you. Drew Brees. Daily Hustle translation. Last week, I had the incredible opportunity to share the pickle court with one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game. Drew Brees played 20 seasons in the NFL and finished second in all-time completions, passing yards, and touchdown passes. He was a 13-time Pro Bowler, 7-time passing champ, 4-time TD passing leader, and Super Bowl MVP. His list of accomplishments is ridiculous, but the one that resonates with me most is his 58 consecutive game touchdown pass record. The 58-game TD streak does not attract the same fanfare as Joe DiMaggio's 56-game hitting streak. But, in my humble opinion, it's damn near as impressive. DiMaggio got a hit every day for almost 2 months. Brees threw a touchdown pass every game for almost 4 fucking years. The best players I've come across in any sport are the most consistent. The ones that maintain a standard of excellence day in and day out despite the ever-changing game and world we live in. Drew Brees was that dude, but how was he able to become that dude? He woke up each morning with the thought of winning the day. More specifically, Drew was able to climb the mountain and avoid tripping over the moleholes because he focused on the only thing in life that really matters. What is directly in front of us? EB. Yeah, that was what a cool experience to be able to play pickleball with Drew last week. Fantastic athlete, obviously, really good pickleball player, owner of the LA Mad Drops, which is one of the MPL, Major League Pickleball teams. He certainly could be a professional pickleball player himself, I think, if he put enough time, effort, and energy into it, at the very least, a senior pro as he approaches 50. But just a quality dude. Really enjoyed my time with him. Had some battles on the court. What was great is that they just kept rotating in the partners, and he's got this it factor. It's Drew fucking Brees. I mean, would you expect anything less? But it was fun to watch him in that sort of dynamic and just really, really cool. So, focus, I think, his message there on this in front of us. As soon as we start looking at that mountain, we get intimidated by it. There's a lot there. There's too much there, right? And then I think we start procrastinating, thinking that the baby steps aren't going to be the things that lead us there and that we have to take these giant leaps. But that's not the truth. Literally, we get from one spot to the next by putting one foot in front of the other. That is the premise of ultra running. That is the premise of life. So have that mountain. Know where we want to go. We can see it. It's there. But don't be so fixated on just that and trying to get there that we forget about these other little obstacles along the way that we need to hurdle. So when we're totally immersed in the moment, in the now, in the be where my feet are mentality, that eventually is what is going to lead us up the fucking mountain. All right, scores last night, the Bills. I watched this game coming back from the Bay Area on my iPad. What a game. Josh Allen, once again, continues to, I say impress, but it's sort of what we expect out of him. The Dolphins played well. Give the Dolphins a lot of credit. They were hanging in there the entire time. Inevitably, the Bills were just too much. So they end up winning the game 31-21. A late Matt Prater field goal did not cover the line. The line was 12.5. Although Giuseppe Pepe Manueli and I teased it down to 5.5. We teased the over down to, I think it was like 42. So we hit on both ends of that. Around Major League Baseball, Rays 4-0 over the Blue Jays. Guardians win again. Holy shit, man. They are right in the thick of it now, just 3 games back of the Tigers with a few to play here. It's just, I was listening to something last night saying they were 15 and a half back at one point. So they've made up 12 games in this process. That's insane to think. The Mets, 6-1 winners. Everyone's all worried about the Mets. Well, 6-1 winners against the Padres last night. Padres are reeling a little bit right now. The A's, another win in Boston. So fun to watch that group. They're now 72-81, creeping closer to 500. They're not going to get there. But, man, I think I said this in the last Daily Hustle. If they had not had that dog shit stretch where they went 2-20 or maybe it was worse than that, it might have been like 1-20 something, they'd be in it. They literally would be looking potentially going to the playoffs. Mariners 2-0 over the Royals last night. Marlins 9-7 over the Rockies. The Yankees 7-0 over the Orioles. Max Fried, look out for him as the postseason is around the corner. He could be very dangerous and a huge asset for the New York Yankees. Reds, big win against the hungover Chicago Cubs. Oh, man. Hunter Green was lights out for the Reds. C.G. Shuddy. But the Cubs the night before had clinched, and you got to believe they were out late doing their thing. And, well, the 0 runs go ahead and prove that. Brewers 5-2 over the Angels yesterday. And then last night, the game I listened to on the radio on the way home after the Bills game was the Giants and the Dodgers. Logan Webb, lights out. Yamamoto pitched well, walked 6. In all, the Giants walked 10 fucking times. 10 times. This doesn't make any sense. Scored just 1 run. Obviously, the lack of the big hit there. Dodgers bullpen, who has been struggling, came in, Blake Treinen eventually saved the day, and that was that. But the bullpen's an issue with the Dodgers. Will it be an issue in the postseason? Becomes a big question. I don't know. They have like 9 starters they can put in the bullpen. So I have a feeling the Dodgers are going to be just fine when the postseason reaches. Okay, a couple of the things that I wanted to go over today. One of them is a debate that we're going to be hearing about for a while. It's the lead story right now on MLB.com. Aaron Judge versus Cal Raleigh for the American League Most Valuable Player. I'm going to get into the article a little bit and then give you guys my humble opinion and some information I think that you could go ahead and potentially decide whether or not you would vote for Judge or you would vote for Raleigh. So it says here there's only one certainty when it comes to American League Most Valuable Player race. Somebody's going to win it. Whether that's Aaron Judge or Cal Raleigh will come down to how the 30 voters weigh the overall offensive excellence against power and defense. As the two sluggers mash down the stretch, the AL MVP race is as intriguing as it's been in quite some time. There has been only one tie in the history of the MVP award. This is crazy. Keith Hernandez and Willie Stargell in 1979. Joe DiMaggio edged Ted Williams by 1 point for the AL honor in 1947. In 1996, it was Juan Gonzalez who beat out Alex Rodriguez by 3 points, the same margin by which Roger Maris beat Mickey Mantle in 1960. Maris squeaked by Mantle again in 1961, this time by a whooping 4 points. I mean, you couldn't give that to Mantle that year, right? That was the year Maris hit 61 and broke Ruth's record. 3 years ago, which kind of now we're dealing with the same sort of issue today. 3 years ago, there was a great debate between Judge and Ohtani. Though Judge wound up with 28 of the 31st place votes. In 2012, Miguel Cabrera versus Mike Trout was a hot topic, but Cabrera's Triple Crown resulted in 22 of the 28 first place votes going his way. Okay, so we have a theme here. Judge versus Raleigh has the potential to join the list of the closest MVP votes in history, especially as both players continue to rake in September with their teams fighting for the postseason. We polled more than a dozen front office executives asking whether they would vote for Judge or Raleigh for the award, gauging how they see the race shaping up. Predictably, the results were close. You ready for this? Cal Raleigh, 7 votes. Aaron Judge, 6 votes. Tie goes 2-1. But you can't vote for the tie, right? Anyway, it says here Judge's 211 OPS plus puts him on track to top the 200 mark for the third time in 4 seasons. No other player has reached that mark even once in a 160-game season since Barry Bonds in 2004. Judge has been the best player. Another NL executive said, if there was a pickup baseball game in the park and I have first pick, I'm taking him. Judge appeared, and that's a great question. Who are you going to choose if you have a pickup game in the park? I don't know. It depends who else is available at catcher. Because if I have a rock as a fucking backstop and Cal Raleigh and a guy who is offensively just superior to everybody else in the league but Judge, I'm probably taking him. If I need an outfielder, I'll probably take a Judge. This is close. And I don't think there's anything wrong with ties. I think there should be something there where it's like, hey, look, I could give first place vote. It's happened one time in the history, and it's very unlikely it happened again because the points have to match up. But if this was the year, if there was ever a tie, this would be the year where it would make sense. It said Judge appeared to be running away with the award when an elbow injury grinded his season to a halt in July. He missed only 10 games before returning as designated hitter, while he just recently returned to playing right field. His 55 games at DH could have an impact on voters' decisions, and I agree. Fucking should. That's because Raleigh, ready for this, who leads the AL with 56 home runs and 118 RBIs compared to Judge's 48 and 103, doesn't just play the most challenging position in the game. He does it about as well as any catcher in the big leagues. Last year, he was a Platinum Glove Award winner. And it says that he may have taken a slight step back. Wait, whatever. Okay. All right, here's the deal. This is very simple when it comes to the debate over Aaron Judge and Cal Raleigh for American League Most Valuable Player. Cal Raleigh leads the American League in home runs with 56. He leads the American League in RBIs with 118. Judge has 48 and 103. Nice year. Now, when you want to get into the advanced metrics Judge's numbers are better in a lot of categories. I get it. But Aaron Judge did not break Mickey Mantle's fucking record from 1961 when he had more home runs than any switch hitter in the history of baseball. This is where Cal Raleigh separates himself tremendously. He did something that nobody else in the history of this great game has ever done. He did it on a winning team that is in a pennant race, and he's grinding and doing this as a fucking catcher, a Platinum Glove Award winning catcher. You know what that means, folks? The best defender in baseball. All of fucking baseball, all of the positions. So, taking that into account, this isn't even fucking close. He should run away with this award. I'd be shocked at this point if the writers are naive enough to vote for Aaron Judge. I love Aaron Judge. So fun to watch. He is an outlier in the game. He is a man amongst boys. But this year is a year of Cal fucking Raleigh, and we need to celebrate that. All right, that's it. I'm going to play pickleball. Everyone have a fantastic weekend. A lot of love. Giants, Dodgers again. They're hanging by a thread, but should be fun to watch all these pennant races down the stretch run. All right, have a great day. See ya.